Let's move on, though. Let's move on to the next topic, and that is the tight Premier League race for the title. We'll start off with Liverpool. I know you say it all the fucking time. How the fuck did they get so lucky? I watched that game with them and Forest from beginning to end, and that game, I swear to God, like Liverpool did not deserve to win. They didn't. But I guess that's what makes them a championship caliber team, a title winning team, is because they, even when it doesn't look likely for them to get a result, they always find the way to get the result, whether or not they have help along the way. Now, me personally, I think in that match, the ref gave them an extra minute too long. I feel like Forrest cleared the ball like a minute beforehand, and they could have stopped the game there. But no, they gave the ref gave Liverpool a chance to fucking get the winner. And
but Joey,
you can't fault them. You can't fault them for getting the winner. But at the same time, what you're gonna bring up is that it happens all the time.
Exactly. You know exactly what I'm going to bring up, and you know exactly what I'm going to bring up. So here's the thing, right? When we played Chelsea a few weeks ago, and I don't know if I'm pretty sure you saw the second half, right, of Chelsea versus City.
Yeah.
Chelsea, every time they could, they were wasting time. Every time they could, they were wasting time. Players kept going to the ground. Yeah. Goalkeeper taking a while to hit the ball. Score is 1-1. The referee gives 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes. Dude, Liverpool, whenever they need more time, they're given at least 6 minutes.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. It's literally, that's not the case here, because they literally kicked the Forest keeper in the face, and that's what caused all that time. There was a pretty good big amount of downtime in that game.
So that's the other thing. That not only that they, so like you said, they gave them an extra minute, right? But the other thing too, it comes out today that the referee is no longer going to be officiating this upcoming weekend because of the error he committed in that game. How many errors are these idiots committing in the Premier League in these tight games and are giving Liverpool the advantage? How many times has another team gone over to Anfield and not gotten a penalty because it's Liverpool? I've seen a lot of people online concerned that, we're good enough to beat Liverpool. The problem is they have the extra man on the field with them. That's what people are concerned about, because you said it yourself a couple of weeks ago. I forgot which team it was, but you said they should have gotten a penalty. They didn't. It's not the first time. It's not going to be the last time that a team does not get a penalty.
Who were they playing? They were playing someone.
You texted.
Was it Spurs? Was it Spurs? No, it's not Spurs.
No, I don't know who it was.
I can't remember who they were playing, but Wolves. It was Wolves. I think it was Wolves.
Was it Wolves? Yeah.
No, yeah, they definitely. No, it was Chelsea. It was Chelsea, because Chelsea definitely deserved two penalties.
Yeah, you're right.
Bro.
It was Chelsea. That's right. It was Chelsea. So that's everyone's concern is we can beat Liverpool. We 100% can beat Liverpool. The only worry for everyone, every City fan at least, is that the referee is definitely gonna keep. They're clearly gonna try to give Liverpool the advantage, and I don't know if that's a conspiracy or if that's actually something that's happening, because like I said, it's been proven. It's been proven. I think someone online did how many minutes Liverpool are given compared to other teams of added time, and Liverpool, they're way, they're up there.
I think you and every other City fan are conspiracy theorists, because I mean, I get what you're saying, but that had nothing to do with it. Like, this drop ball had no real, difference in the outcome of that game. Like, if you said that the referee gave them extra time when he should have just blown the whistle after the 8 minutes, yeah, I'll give you that. But that the whole thing with that drop ball shit, like that, it really didn't make a difference in the game. It was just more of like they executed in the dire moment, and it makes it look really bad considering everything else that has happened this season in favor of Liverpool. Now,
a former referee, he said this. He said, "Where is it? Where is it?"
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
Right here. In that crucial moment, Forest had the ball in the corner. They could have absorbed a bit of time and got the result with the score 0-0. And then, basically, he said, when Liverpool were given possession, they went on the attack and eventually scored from it. Dude, the ball was supposed to be given to Nottingham Forest. It doesn't, dude, it doesn't matter, bro.
But my thing is, here's the thing. I can counter that though. I can counter that though for you because Forest literally, they got right before they scored the goal. They actually had possession and they could have cleared it out of the box, but they didn't.
Yes,
it was a half-ass clearance, and that's what led to the goal because he flipped it up over.
The problem is the Premier League is admitting that their referee messed up.
But that means nothing,
how many apologies? But that's the thing, Joey. These referees have to start getting punished, man. That's not enough punishment. You're off for a week.
But that's the real thing, though.
No,
that's
bro.
the real thing, though.
How are they gonna learn? How are they gonna learn if they're just, oh no, it's all right. You're gonna be off this weekend, but don't worry, we're gonna pay you anyways. Dude,
okay, so but here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro.
Man. That sounds like no, Joey. That sounds like thank you for that.
What does that have to do with Liverpool, though? That's a thing. That's a thing throughout the entire league and every game. Like the refs suck. Yeah,
Liverpool are getting
everyone
favored,
complains
man.
about. No, bro.
Liverpool are
wrong.
So
see that's why I say you guys are like conspiracy theorists.
But it's not us. It's Arsenal fans, United fans. All of us are saying the same thing, man.
Bro, I feel like if it's up to me, bro, you shouldn't even be worried about Liverpool, bro. Because if you beat Liverpool, which I think you are going to beat Liverpool because you have a deeper squad.
But how are we going to beat Liverpool? Let's say there's a controversial call, right? Let's say there's a penalty. Are they going to give it to us?
All right, but you're Man City. You're supposed to be better. Just the same thing with them scoring the goal. They can't really say that affected the outcome of the game. But here's wait. This is why they can't say that that affected the outcome of the game. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, Forest still should have fucking put everyone at the back and defended, but they didn't. They allowed fucking Nunez to get in the back and free header for the goal the last fucking second.
The problem is first of all, Liverpool should even have had gone on attack. That's the problem. Liverpool would have never gone in attack if the referee did his fucking job. And let me tell you something. Liverpool, when they came to City and they played City scored a second goal. It was 1-1. City scored a second goal. It was a Kanji, or I think it was 1-0 still. City.
Bro, you're setting Kanji narratives. Scored. No, this is a part of football.
You're not listening, bro.
It happens all the time.
It's not
it happens all the time, though.
Getting favored, man. How many times is this team getting favored?
Bro,
they're getting favored, Joey.
All right, so when you play Liverpool and you get favored for a call, I'm gonna fucking call out in the next podcast. And then if you guys win because of something like that,
if we get a penalty in the 90th minute, you know what? In the 99th minute, because apparently Liverpool are given all the time in the world until they score. 99th minute, we get a penalty, then yeah, you can talk whatever crap you want. But for now,
I'm not talking crap.
For now,
you're saying that Liverpool's getting unfair advantages.
You have to agree. Even you said it. Chelsea should have had 2 penalties that day.
Yeah, that day. And the thing, I agree with you. The referees suck, but I think it's just pure coincidence that it's always against Liverpool. I think it's just pure coincidence. Yeah. I also think there's a little bit of luck.
Klopp announces he's leaving, and then out of nowhere, everyone. I don't know, man. And then on top of that, the Carabao Cup final, they gave an offside to who was it? Sterling. I think it was Sterling. You look at the lines; it looked onside, man. Like at this point, they're just literally looking for anything to say, "Oh no, that goal doesn't count." Like I said, same thing when Liverpool played City and at the Etihad.
Oh man, I think you're
Kanji scored a
grasping
goal.
straws.
I'm not though. That's the thing. Listen. I'm not the only one that's concerned, man. Like people are concerned about this, and it's not just City fans. It's literally everyone in the league is saying Liverpool are getting favored.
I don't know, man. Maybe we're just not watching the same shit because, like, literally, like I feel like they're getting lucky, and yeah, maybe a few things go their way, but it's the same shit every team gets. Like, you can't say that City doesn't get certain calls that goes their way. Can't say that. Same thing with Arsenal. The only thing no one complains about it in Arsenal because they destroy teams every time.
We get calls, on our end too. But the thing is, it seems like after every Liverpool game, there's a controversy.
Let me ask you this question:
the winner they got last time, a while ago, there was a foul leading up to the second goal. Nope. Referee said no foul. Goal stands.
Let me ask you this: if Liverpool wasn't in a title race, would you give a fuck?
Of course.
No, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Bro. Of course.
That's a bunch of bullshit. Bro. No, you wouldn't care.
Okay,
if City had a 10-point lead, if City had a 10-point lead on the lead, and this was happening to Liverpool, you would not give a shit. You want to know why? Because your team's fucking in the lead. You would not give a shit. No, same thing with Arsenal. If Arsenal had a 10-point lead, fucking they wouldn't give a shit. Any team, if it was just you and Arsenal in the title race and not Liverpool, if they dropped out, you wouldn't give a fuck because that doesn't mean anything to you. The fact that you're bringing this up so much, it's just because you guys are facing them in a title race. That's all it is. Now, I'm not disputing you saying that there's something not there, because like there is certain coincidence that you can look at it either way. But you're literally grasping. Joey. You're literally saying, "Oh, fucking!" You're gonna be like, "Oh, they won because there's an extra blade of grass on the field, bro."
Joey, I actually, that example you gave. Let me tell you something. When United got the favor against Wolves, Wolves deserved a penalty. Mind you, United aren't even in the title race. But when that happened, everyone was screaming at the referees. What are you doing? Wolves deserves a penalty, man. Everyone was screaming about it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it was a big thing, and they're not in the title race. So, like I said, it doesn't matter.
But how long? But how long after that game? It didn't like the next week happened and no one brought it up ever again.
It hasn't been, but this hasn't been a week, man. This was literally 2-3 days ago.
No, exactly. But you're bringing up shit from like weeks and weeks and weeks ago.
That's because,
and the only reason why that's a thing, and the only reason why that's a thing is because the three of you in a title race. That's all I'm saying.
Let's move on. I don't want to talk about Liverpool anymore, man. I don't want to talk about Liverpool anymore.
I agree with you. I don't either. Let's move on to Arsenal, because I'll leave City for last. Arsenal, they look like I said, they're destroying everyone they face. They look really strong outside of the Champions League. I feel like Arsenal is the real team you should be worried about, not Liverpool, because they're hurt. They're not going to recover. I feel like they might. When you face Liverpool, when you beat Liverpool, that's going to be the end of their season. They're not going to win the title. Okay. Arsenal is the team you should be worried about, not Liverpool. And Arsenal, they are hungry. They want to get revenge, like you said earlier. And the way you guys are playing now, you're just barely getting results, and they're destroying everyone. I would be a little nervous to play them, to be honest. A little nervous.
Yeah, I am nervous, but I'll talk about why when I talk about City. There's not much to say about Arsenal. Like, they're really good. Like, there's literally not much to say. And I've always wondered. Right? So Arteta, the way he has Arsenal playing remind me a lot about how City played in 2017 all the way till 2019. And the reason why, if you look back and see how City played, it's almost identical. It's like one-touch football, really fast-paced.
Was that what before Pep?
I wonder.
That was what
No. That was when
Ancelotti?
Pep. No, Ancelotti. What you talking about? No, that's
I
when
don't know,
Pep was
man.
there. Pep. The thing is, Arteta was Pep's assistant back at City. So I
Yeah.
wondered, did Arteta have a lot to do with it? Because Pep always says Arteta taught me a lot of new things. So I wondered either Pep, because obviously Pep did it at Barcelona, right? The way
Mm.
Arsenal are playing is clearly inspired by Pep. But I wonder if either Pep inspired Arteta or Arteta inspired Pep to play that way when they were at City. Because after Arteta left, City had the 1920 season where we basically didn't win anything other than the Carabao Cup, and we were horrible in the league. And then that's when the season after that, that's when Pep started playing the more slower type of football, like hey, like start controlling matches, basically. And then I don't know, like it's just I feel like Arteta either made City play that way or Pep made City play that way, and Arteta got inspired and now is making Arsenal play that way. But I can't complain because
I think it works both ways.
yeah,
I think it works both ways because like I could definitely see what you mean, like that Pep learned from Arteta that that style and whatnot, but also like how he was his assistant, and
right,
obviously he took a abundance of knowledge on how to be successful in the Premier League in general as a manager, and
yeah,
applied that to Arsenal, and it clearly showing.
no,
You
yeah,
know,
and the thing too is like Arsenal, like I said, they're very strong. Defense is good. Their headers their corners are good. I don't I can't seem to find a weakness in them. But then again, Porto beat them. So that's my other thing, right? I wonder because Pep he couldn't win the Champions League for a while, right?
Mhm.
And I think a lot of it had to do with the way City were playing, where it was just attack, 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 and then it would leave us open for counters. And that's why I was going to say I can't complain about the way Pep had us playing like starting 2-3 years ago, because we've won the league 3 times in a row, and we won the Champions League by playing that type of football. So I can't really complain about it.
That makes sense because if they both have struggled, and we obviously City fallen short so many times. I think last year they just had the best team in the planet. This year, I think it goes to Inter as much as it pains for me to fucking say. Um, yeah, I found out a stat um, that made me sick to my stomach. Inter actually has the most clean sheets in
Oh,
all the major European leagues,
wow,
and that's including Champions League.
that's crazy.
But getting back to Arsenal and City, that might be the common denominator in that, because like if maybe it's just a thing, the rest of Europe, it's a different style, different tactic. It doesn't really compute. Like
Yeah, that's the
basically, I
thing.
think, like I said, City won last year because they literally had the best team. Like it had nothing to do with tactics. I don't think they had the best team.
Well, no, I think it did have. So like I said, control is basically what Pep was going for, right? Like give the opponent zero opportunities. That was the whole
But
point of
if
the
you
way
look
Pep
at
played.
if you look at the Champions League final, though,
No,
like
but
from
that's
top
different.
down, from top even now, from top down, fucking City, every single person from top to bottom was way better than everyone on Inter. It wasn't
No,
even
yeah,
close.
but you could tell in the final the players were nervous. Like the way that they played in the final was definitely not the same way they played against Madrid. So it's like whenever you get to a final, like you're not going to play the same way. Just like a boxer, like you could be the best boxer, you could be the best like in training and stuff, but once you get in there and the crowd is there and everything's happening, the lights are literally just shining on you. Like it's different. Like you're definitely your game plan basically goes out the window if something goes wrong or if De Bruyne got injured. So the plan just literally went out the window right away.
Yeah.
So
It's also they've never been there before. They've never been there. Well, I mean, they went to a final.
Yeah,
but I mean,
but that was different players too. Remember, we had Sterling, we had Jesus, we had Aguero. Like it was a very different team.
Yeah.
So that brings us into City. Let's
City
and why
they're getting
struggling.
results. They're getting results, but they're not dominating teams like we're accustomed over the past like 5 years.
No,
I don't think there's anything to be concerned of. Because at the end of the day, I still have more faith in City pulling out the win than any other team. I think what you said, like your defense, especially right now, they suffocate people. They absolutely suffocate people. So like, yeah, you guys make a mistake, and that's your real issues. You guys make stupid mistakes. And that's mostly because of the players they've had to play, or the players Pep chooses to play, and the roles he plays them in. But I think that City, even though they're not being dominant, they're still getting those results, and they still will get those results no matter who they play. As long as they stick to what they know.
Yeah. So
I don't know. You're the expert, so you should know more than I.
Bro, I'm no expert.
You're the City expert.
So the way I look at City, the way I look at them this season is like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, where his web goes out like in and out, like he's losing his powers. That's the way I look at City, where like for example, the Crystal Palace game that ended 2-2, City started amazingly, which I compare that to Spider-Man swinging and fighting everyone like no problem. But then second half, it's like their webbings just stopped. Like it's like their powers just stopped, and City fell because then they crumbled. Like we were winning 2-0, and the game ended 2-2 with giving a penalty in the last minute. So that's the way I look at them now is like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. But the only good side is, the good thing is that Spider-Man does get his powers back eventually, and he can beat Doc Ock. But that's the way I look at them, man. Like I feel like I can't compare it to the 1920 season, because in the 1920 season we were ass. Like we were complete ass. By now I think we were like 10 points behind Liverpool. So we're not complete ass, but we're not great either. You know what I mean? Like we're basically, like Pep says, we're there. Like we're just there. Like we're just there. It's not. But a lot of the fans seem to think that whenever we play a big game, that's when we turn up. So hopefully against Liverpool we'll turn up. Hopefully against Arsenal in 2 weeks, 3 weeks we turn up. That's the real hope. Like I said, this month is gonna decide if we win the league.
Absolutely,
or not.
Absolutely.
We play everyone this month.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because after
agree.
Arsenal, we got Aston Villa, and then I think we have Crystal Palace, I think, or Brighton, one of those.
Like I said, you guys are going to keep getting results. It's just those big games that you circle, like Arsenal next weekend against Liverpool. Those are the two big ones. Everything else, I feel like you guys are going to find a way,
and
no matter what.
It all depends on Pep too, because if I don't know, man. Like next week, if I see Doku is starting, it's not just going to be me. It's going to be a lot of City fans that are going to be pissed. I had a friend actually who was at the stadium for the United game, and I'm not even kidding you. He texted me. He said every time Doku gets the ball, the crowd just like went like they were, they're getting we're losing patience on him. Even though he's a young player, the thing is, it's kind of unfair, I think, for him to be thrown in there with having little experience. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be like the way we looked at him at the beginning was the guy that was going to replace Grealish and the guy who was going to, score a lot of goals, get a lot of assists. But it's not working out. Maybe next season it will, but
I feel like you should have loaned him, and the only reason why you had that this is why because your injury issue and your depth issue, like that was the only thing they should have loaned him out to like Wolves or something to have him get meaningless but meaningful minutes in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And that would give him more confidence under his legs to make mistakes and do shit. Whereas like now he's just doing nothing but making mistakes, and everyone's giving him shit for it.
And the thing too, and it's not only about giving mistakes. The other thing I noticed while I'm watching the games is that when it comes to tracking back, he sucks at doing that. So before Grealish got injured in the game before, you could see Grealish like running all the way back, like defending. And then there was a part in the first half where Doku's standing there, just standing there, watching the other player have the ball, right? And out of nowhere, you just see De Bruyne and Ake go and basically win the ball back. Meanwhile, Doku's just staying. Like that's your job, man. Like that's your side. You're supposed to go and press, but Doku was just standing there. I don't know what his problem is, man. I don't know if it's laziness. I don't know if he gets tired quickly because a lot of people say, "Oh, Doku's fast." He's actually not fast. Like he's a fast like he'll move quick, but when it comes to like running long distance, like not like Leroy Sané. Like Leroy Sané could run a long distance without like slowing down. But same with Sterling. But this guy, he gets. I don't know. It looks like he gets tired almost. Like he starts running full speed, then he just like stops. Like he slows down.
I think it's more like deer in headlights type thing. Like he gets lost.
I think that's
he definitely looks lost sometimes when he's out on the pitch.
No, he does. He does.
But and then he has his moments where he looks like he's really, really like about to go in, and then it falls flat, and that's when you text me fucking all ape shit about fucking Doku and shit. And then your boy Julian, I don't have to say anything about your boy Julian. So
Julian's a great substitute. I'll say that he's a great substitute. He's a great substitute. So that leaves it for City. There's not much else to say. Like I said, there really isn't much else to say. Like they're not ass. Like they're not bad. They're just I can't tell you what is wrong because I don't know what is wrong. Like I don't think anyone can point out what is wrong. It's just individuals making like little errors, dude. And those errors are for some reason, like for example, again, I'll bring Liverpool up. Liverpool seem to not get punished whenever they do an error, right? Like the players misses, whatever, right? But the City, they get punished like every time, dude. Like look at the United, right? United weren't doing crap. One long ball, and that's all it took. And then Rashford scores out of nowhere. Like it's just luck, and City haven't had it this season.